$20,000. That is a lot of money. I wanted that. I can understand why you were upset. The story just didn't make sense. Well, where was this money lent and when was it lent? She could provide no specifics and no dates. I understand that. I didn't realize it was $40,000. That is. But then I had to make a decision in my mind, am I going to go for it or not? Keeping in mind, if I'm wrong, she's not a suspect. I just offended the family member. Tell me what happened at your parents' house. And then what happened?
She may not remember the lights or the story, but she will remember the tradition. That's what moms are for. The holidays that Cracker Barrel. Enjoy every little thing.
Liner on point. Master Precise Skinny Liner from Maybelline, New York. Our first always sharp waterproof gel liner. All day wear for precise eyelooks. Sleek, defined, on point. Maybelline's Master Precise Skinny. Make it happen.
Comment il va bien votre nouvelle pierre? Comment ça vous allez la vie? Need of those crafted to celebrate an unforgettable day. Also to remember.
Cheer your heart this season with Vistaprint holiday cards. And now, as part of our Black Friday Cyber Monday deals, all cards are 60% off when you use promo code personality at Vistaprint.com.
This is Sophie. She's car shopping. Yes, car shopping, right there on her smartphone. You see, with auto gravity, you simply select the car you love and see your estimated monthly payment. But that's not really new, is it? Auto gravity also lets you apply for financing and see up to 4 offers from top lenders. So you choose the deal that's right for you, and you get approved right then and there, before you go to the dealership. So be like Sophie and take control with Auto Gravity. Don't leave home without your financing.
Introducing the MultiQuick 7 from Braun, the world's #1 hand blender brand. A kitchen tool so versatile that with just a quick click, it transforms from a hand blender to a chopper, to a whisk, to a food processor. It's the only 400-watt hand blender to combine unique smart speed control with patented PowerBell technology. Making delicious meals is quick and cleanup is easy. Go online and learn how to save up to $90 and try it risk-free.
Bob starts his day with a delicious Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich. The real egg, sausage, and cheese came up with goodness. So he gives his umbrella to Nancy, which makes Hank smile, which makes everyone's ride better. With Jimmy Dean, good mornings means great days.
Patrick woke up with back pain, but he has work to do, so he took a leave. If he'd taken Tylenol, he'd be stopping for more pills right now. Only a leave has strength to stop type pain for up to 12 hours with just one pill. A leave, all day strong.
I never know what's going to happen on my holiday.
I have never seen a crime scene such as this.
Who murders people on holidays? Michelle Anderson appears to be on the verge of confessing to the murders of her parents, her brother, and his family. And police are close to establishing what really happened at Christmas Eve. Detective Tompkins decides to take the direct approach.
So I run this over my head and I decided to go for it. Tell me what happened at your parents' house. Okay. And then what happened? She broke down and admitted that she killed her family.
Once she started to confess, it got really focused because, keep in mind, I don't know what Joe McEnroe was telling me that he's detecting. I don't know if he's armed. I really don't know if Michelle could be armed. So those things are running through my head. So I did exit the car at one point to make sure Jake knows that these are suspects and that we're treating as such.
Detective Pavlovich starts putting more pressure on Joe McEnroe.
Michelle has been very cooperative with us. She's saying that there was an argument at the house between her and the family, and that some bad things happened. And they were there and she witnessed most of it. I don't know how to say. I really don't. Well, that's not what Michelle's saying. I know you saw something there. What did you see happen between Michelle and the family?
But eventually, Detective Pavlovich was able to get him to come around and confess to the murders also.
You shot me. What happened after you shot me?
At the conclusion of this confession, which was about 2.5 to 3 hours after the interviews began, Michelle Anderson and Joseph McEnroe were each arrested at the scene, on the spot, individually.
Later, District Attorney Scott O'Toole would use their recorded statements and the evidence to put together a full account of what happened up at the house on Christmas Eve. And the details and the motives were as shocking as they were chilling.
Michelle and Joe went up to her parents' home with the idea to confront them about the money that she felt was owed to her by her brother.
But most important, they were angry because they were being asked to pay rent for the first time ever that they lived on the property. Michelle Anderson had a 9mm semi-automatic pistol in her right hand, wrapped within a sweatshirt, so no one could see it. McEnroe was carrying a .357 Magnum revolver that was in a holster underneath his arm.
She took the gun up there with you when you went up on Christmas Eve. Okay, and why was that? We were going to shoot them.
Joe McEnroe went towards the back of the house where Judy was wrapping Christmas presents. He was there to distract her when Michelle confronted her father.
At one point, Joseph McEnroe came out and met with Michelle Anderson, and they basically had a conversation.
I asked her, like it's getting like to leave, and she's like, no, I can do that. I'm talking to you outside. We go to pump, we ran out, and Michelle was standing up the gun.
Michelle fired at her father and missed, and that brought Judy and Joe out to see what was going on.
Joseph McEnroe pulled out his .357 revolver, put it up against Wayne's head, and fired a bullet into his brain. Wayne collapsed to the floor. All of this was in front of Judy. She began to scream. She began to run away.
Joe McEnroe followed Judy into the kitchen.
She was screaming so, and I shot home. And she fell down. She was still alive. I told her, I'm sorry. I shot her. I shot Mom. You shot Judy. What happened after that?
What was the purpose of that?
We were going to drag them into the shed. We couldn't get him into the shed.
They simply dumped his body in front of the shed. There was a piece of remnant carpeting that they unrolled and they placed over Wayne's body so that no one would see it.
How about Judy? What happened to her? I was in the shed. Okay. Yeah, she remembered.
After the killing of her parents, there was a lull in time where they had time to think about this and what their next moves were going to be, and they chose to stay there.
What happened after that? What happened when Scott and Erica got here?
About an hour later, Scott Anderson and Erica and Nathan and Olivia did arrive. came in the house. She started to relax. Scott Anderson sat in his customary place at the end of the couch, and they began to talk. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening, and his parents are nowhere to be found. And at one point, Scott Anderson said, "Where's Mom and Dad?" And McEnroe's response was, "They're out back."
Michelle confronts her brother about the money that she thinks that she's owed. He says he's not going to take any more of this and stands up from the couch to confront her.
That bullet struck Scott Anderson just below his mouth. It exited under his chin and was eventually a fatal wound. While this was going on, Erica Anderson, Olivia, and Nathan are less than 5 feet away. They began to scream. At that point, Michelle Anderson pointed at Erica. She began to shoot. Erica moved away from her towards a cordless phone that was on a telephone table some distance away.
Erica was doing everything she could to try to protect her children. And I'm sure the adrenaline of that to keep her family alive is what gave her the courage and the strength to get up and make the 911 call. Through some digital enhancements made to the recording, it sounds like what she's saying is not the kids, no.
Erica Anderson was shot a total of 6 times. She crawled back to where her children were, and she tried to comfort them.
As I was doing something I think this is my shot. Yeah, I used to crimson tape and I shot home. I shot it on count book. And then what happened? I'm really down. You saw everybody.
Lisa Bennett was a 29-year-old single mother who was crazy about her 6-year-old daughter, Katie.
Hated this lady, man. For sure, I should have been beaten.
It's a horrible, horrible, I don't even know. Every time I think of Fort Wayne, Indiana, the case breaks my heart. It's one of the hardest things I have ever done in my entire life.
Shop Kohl's Cyber Deals in-store and online this Saturday. Saturday is the last day to get $15 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. Plus, take an extra 20% off. Save on cashmere sweaters, sleepwear for the family, and bedding Saturday at Kohl's. The Bissell Crosswave vacuums and washes your floors at the same time. Dry messes, wet messes, it even works on area rugs. The multi-surface Crosswave releases just the right amount of clean water in Bissell formula. The brush roll has microfibers that mop, and soft bristles that gently scrub and sweep away debris, while powerful suction pulls the dirty water into a separate tank. To see it in action and get a special offer, go to BissellCrosswave.com. Bissell, home to a deeper clean.
For my constipation, my doctor recommended I switch to Miralax. The new laxatives make your body go by forcefully stimulating the nerves in your colon. Miralax is different. It works with the water in your body to hydrate and soften, and blocking your system naturally. Miralax.
There's enough coffee made pumpkin spice flavor for 1 more cup.
Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, every time. You know we can only do paper, right? Oh, because the
Coffee made seasonal flavors are here.
like a mitt with no finger.
With Treseme's Paragon Smooth collection, infused with marula oil, you can have smooth hair that moves with you for up to 48 hours. Tresemme puts in the work, so you can work it.
It's easy to...
You guys are both coming in. It's such short notice.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
So we
So
had
you threw the crackers away.
No,
Yes, you did. I see them right in here.
I love the little sticky
Why'd you throw them
When
away?
I put those there,
because I already ate the cheese.
some of the combinations.
You didn't have to.
We don't talk like
Could
this.
have brought them back to
Call
me.
Daddy and direct TV.
I would never say any of these words out loud. I wouldn't. I think it, but it's an artistic expression.
Good to know.
Even though DirecTV now says they're $10 a month, it's not. You can't get it without their wireless plan, so it's 10 times more than they say. And there's no NFL network, and there's
I
streaming.
just can't have it on the wall.
You're very, very wasteful.
Artistically, though.
Sorry to say.
His leading offers are DirecTV that, Spectrum Split.
Flowers are part of my life. Plants.com has
By the way, Jordan got a new tablet. And you're not to touch it, Jesus. Hunter?
Okay. I don't even want to touch it.
Because he probably went and told his Nana that you did it.
Wow.
I bet you. That's what he did.
She was ruthless. There were 61 blows today.
He made a living killing husbands.
On the day after Christmas 2007, Michelle Anderson and her fiance Joe McEnroe confessed to murdering her parents Wayne and Judy, her brother Scott, and his wife Erica. But according to their recorded statements, they didn't stop there.
I shot four shots in the Scott with the revolver. And two in the Erica. I ran out of bullets. That's why he shot the kids. Because I ran out of bullets.
Joe is the one who turned his gun on the children.
What was the reason for shooting and were being made? I didn't want that to question.
Only later do detectives uncover the real motives for the massacre.
Ultimately, there's a lot of evidence that money was a motive in this crime. The money she stood to inherit from her family's estate.
All of that property, all of that would have gone to Michelle Anderson. And Michelle Anderson and Joseph McEnroe would have shared that and lived, as he put it, happily ever after.
As for Erica's frantic 911 call, it would not have saved them.
We now know at the time that the deputies arrived that the victim in this case had been dead for at least half an hour. There's nothing else the deputies could have done.
Michelle and Joe do some cleanup. They burn some carpets and blood-soaked towels. And then they decide they're going to go to Vegas and then come back and act like nothing happened.
He admitted that their plan was to come back to the property, to stumble onto the scene of 6 dead bodies, and to call 911 and to report a murder.
She came up with the alibis. She obviously thought she'd get away with it or she would never get the property.
On May 15th, 2015, Joe McEnroe was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. On March 4th, 2016, Michelle Anderson receives the same sentence.
When you see those pictures, it haunts you. It still haunts me till this day. I think it's one of those things you can't unsee, and it really makes you question, and it really makes you think, wow, there is such evil in this world.
I don't think you can wrap your mind around something like that. It was pure evil to have an entire family come over for a Christmas celebration and them just plotting to extinguish the life out of every last one of them.
I have not celebrated Christmas since Judy died. It was just like a bad dream. And I mean, you just don't think that that's how your Christmas is going to end up. With 6 people that you loved dead. Wow.
Typical Christmas Eve at the Ortegas. It was a family event.
There was no Christmas that wasn't made. Just the best excuse for our family to all get together.
And at some point, there was clearly something wrong.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, you didn't know you know who it is? I don't know.
People are jumping out of windows. This is a massive fire.
It was quite horrific. Almost all the bodies were.
How do I look, Grandma?
What is it?
This side.
What is it?
It's a spy suit.
What are those little thingies on it? Your hands?
Yes, I'm a penguin.
Oh, you're a penguin. Oh, okay.
About 22 miles east of Los Angeles, the small town of Covina lies nestled in the San Gabriel Valley.
It's not a high crime community. It's very quiet. It's out of the way, and yet still you can feel like you're a part of Los Angeles.
It's a delightful place to celebrate Christmas.
We have a Christmas parade. There's a Christmas tree lighting. You are decorating palm trees. You are decorating when it's very warm.
It feels like Christmas. It's just a little bit different.
For Joseph Ortega and his wife Alice, Christmas is their favorite time of the year.
My grandma liked Christmas so much because he was actually able to bring the family together in one house. We just left our Christmas lights on the year round.
The Ortegas lived next door to me and were definitely an anchor for our street and for Covina in general. Their children all went to the local high school and elementary school, so they had been in this area for many years.
Papa Joe, as he's known, is the proud son of Mexican immigrants. The first in his family to be born in the United States, something he never takes for granted. Thanks to the success of his industrial paint business, he's been able to enjoy his retirement.
To me, he's the definition, I think, of American dream. He was able to start his own business and start a giant family here.
He and Alice have been married 53 years.
My grandma was the perfect Hispanic grandma that really you can have. She always made sure that we were fed.
Every year they open up their spacious home for a special family Christmas Eve gathering. That evening, the celebration is bigger and better than ever.
They loved everybody coming over on Christmas Eve for dinner, and we just enjoyed every aspect of it. From the gift giving to the celebration to the family time.
It was pretty much the same every year. We'd all go, we'd all hang out during the day, and by the nighttime, all the family was there.
All five of the Ortega's grown children and their families have come to share in the joy of the season.
The Ortega's children, they are as wonderful as their parents.
Their oldest two, brothers James and Charles, have worked in the family business for years. James now runs his own successful paint shop, and recently Charles and Papa Joe bought a racehorse just for fun. Both sons have brought their wives and kids. And then there's the three younger sisters, Leticia, Alicia, and Sylvia.
The girls were there, and we just chatted with each one of them. It's such a beautiful memory for me because it was so typical Christmas Eve at the Ortegas.
My family is very competitive in a good way. We didn't have a party without poker games. That was the loudest my grandparents' house would get when a poker game was on. That night, it was great, just as usual. Everything was amazing, really. There's no Christmas that didn't go by that wasn't amazing.
The holiday party is starting to wind down when suddenly the doorbell rings. One of Papa Joe's 8-year-old granddaughters, Letitia's daughter, answers the door. But before she can ask what he's brought them, Santa does the unthinkable. For the 911 dispatcher, it's a typically peaceful Christmas Eve. Until suddenly, the phone lines erupt.
Christmas time around Covina, ultra quiet. There's clearly something wrong. Everything. All of it. Originally, the reports were of an explosion and a fire, and then we started getting some more specific calls.
The dispatcher alerts the fire department, all police units, and first responders. Something major is going down over on East Millcrest Drive at the Ortega's home.
When I arrived, to describe it as apocalyptic would be accurate.
It was not just an ordinary house fire. Every window was
engulfed in
I
flames.
completed it, Grandma.
Fire everywhere.
Yeah?
I remember
Yep.
to myself, well, my house
Oh boy.
be the next one that goes up.
Very.
At the time, it was hard to wrap my mind around it because it was a combination of everything going on. The Christmas lights and the headlights and the emergency lights and the heavy radio traffic and everybody asking the question. You've got to sort through the chaos and decide where your priorities are. Life-saving, getting victims to safety.
Responders frantically search for any of the party guests who are inside, ensure they escape the fire.
Closest we could tell at that point, there was 25 people that people were telling us had been in the house. We knew at that point that we had 16 people that we had positively contacted, and so we knew there was 9 people that we were looking for.
Helmut Joel Ortega and his wife Alice are nowhere to be found, as well as 7 other family members.
Did they escape over that fence? Did they hop in a car and leave? Trying to establish what.
The only Ortega sibling police can account for is Letitia.
Letitia and her husband and the 8-year-old contacted to the next house and contacted the neighbor who placed a 911 call.
But Letitia has left for the hospital, because her daughter was apparently shot.
The people that had escaped from the house told us the suspect dressed as Santa made his way into the house and began shooting everybody that he could see.
You can imagine the horror for police officers as they hear they might have a lunatic on their hands. If police were up against a crime scene that was thrown, people were telling them different kinds of stories. They didn't know where this shooter was.
We started listening to the reports coming in and we were looking potentially for a suspect walking around, still doing damage, still trying to kill people. Needless to say, in some of these instances, we get conflicting information. Somebody will tell us I saw him floating in the car. Somebody else will say he never made it out of the house.
Meanwhile, firefighters continue to battle the blaze.
This is a massive fire. It took 80 firefighters to fight. This wasn't a burn.
For us to get there so quickly and the entire house to be up in flames, the initial blush is there was an accelerant used or there was some type of explosion inside. Arson was definitely on our minds.
Then, investigators get a solid lead on the mystery shooter, dressed as Santa. The Ortega's neighbors, who had left the party earlier, saw a car leaving the dead-end street at around 11:45 p.m.
It was a small blue car, and it was going at a high rate of speed, and the lights were out. And that just, for both my husband and I, was very strange.
Police immediately put out an APB on the suspicious car, a blue Dodge Caliber.
Everybody responding from the PD had kids, and that's what kind of affected people because suddenly you've got to explain, hey, why is Santa Claus killing you?
Coming up, police make a new shocking discovery.
He sees something that he never expected to find on Christmas morning.
Another Christmas Eve murder nearby.
There was still a suspect on the loose.
But could the incidents be connected?
That's a possibility.
The holidays is a family event. I received a phone call notifying me that there was a murder.
I've never seen a crime scene such as this. Who murders people on holiday?
If your skin had a wash tag, what would it say?
80% glowing, 50% factor.
No matter your skin type, all skin deserves gentleness. That's why Dove is sulfate free. The #1 body wash recommended by dermatologists.
We've been making delicious natural cheese for over 100 years like Kraft has.
Yeah. Excuse
Like,
me.
what do you want for dinner tonight?
Oh, whatever you're making.
Triple cheddar stuffed sliders.
So,
Here it is.
it's just like you.
This Cyber Week, save up to 50% at personalcreations.com. Enter code RAP at checkout. Personal Creations has thousands of gift ideas. Just add your own personal touch. Go to personalcreations.com for Cyber Week savings of up to 50%. Just use code RAP. Personal Creations. Let's make memories.
He likes stuff, she likes stuff, he likes getting stuff. She likes fun going out, he likes doing stuff. He likes getting stuff, she likes doing stuff. Find them both on Groupon.
Download the app and save. Groupon.
From Middle Types, Waffle Blocks. There's so much to do. Like the Waffle Blocks steam train set with over 12 feet of drag, train sounds, and real steam. The Waffle Block steam train, 60 and 100-piece bags, each sold separately. Batteries not included. Some assembly required.
For my constipation, my doctor recommended I switch to Miralax. The laxatives make your body go by forcefully stimulating the nerves in your colon. Miralax is different. It works with the water in your body to hydrate and soften, and blocking your system naturally. Miralax. Changes? I've had a few. Most impactful, my hair color. Garnet Nutrice nourishes warm color. Plus avocado, olive, and chili. Changing my hair color changed everything. Nutrice. Nourished hair, better color.
My name's Ryan Burke. I'm the head cider maker at Angry Orchard. Apples are to cider what grapes are to wine. There's at least 6,000 apple varieties. There's so many different characteristics. What's really special about Angry Orchard, Chris, is that it's a cider all about balance. Some tannin, some acid, some sweetness in a finished cider makes a great cider.
In Covina, California, the Ortega family's decades-old tradition of throwing a Christmas Eve party has turned into a deadly fire in some kind of mass shooting by a large man wearing a Santa suit.
This was not the sort of thing that would have happened at one of their parties. There wouldn't have been any violence. There wouldn't have been any problems at all. So I couldn't process it in my mind.
By that time, I was already inside my neighbor's house, 2 houses down. I didn't see anybody really. I was frantically calling my mom over and over and over and over and over again. I called my sister. She wasn't answering. And
As police try to make sense of the chaotic scene in Covina, another Christmas Eve is destroyed. In neighboring Sylmar, California, 44-year-old Brad Pardo returns home to find his front door unlocked.
He had gone to a Christmas party that night and gotten home really late. He opens the door and he sees something that he never expected to find on Christmas morning.
Inside his living room, Brad's brother, Bruce Pardo, is lying in a pool of blood.
There he finds his brother, dead. It's hard to tell, what exactly happened. It was very much a shock to him, and so he called LAPD. The police show up, and then they start to piece together how Bruce ended up dead on Christmas morning on his brother's couch. Bruce's death was caused by one shot in the exit to the top of his head. It was very close up with a 9mm.
A 9mm pistol lies in Bruce's lap. But then they find a second 9mm on the floor. It suggests there may have been multiple shooters at the scene. There's damage on the wall and another bullet hole in the ceiling.
It was all very strange.
Is it possible someone shot him at close range and left the murder weapon behind? Back in Covina, Christmas dawns with little holiday cheer.
As friends and neighbors paid silent respects today, charred photos of the slain family sat eerily alone in the front yard.
The house of Joseph and Alice Ortega is a smoldering ruin.
We couldn't do anything. We had to wait for the fire department to put it out and wait for it to cool down, because even if the fire's out, you still got to walk around in there.
If you're a Covina police officer, you've never encountered anything like this. Nothing like it. And having covered that community for 30 years as a journalist, I can tell you it's nothing I ever saw.
Of the 25 people known to be at the party, 16 made it out, have been accounted for.
We knew by then that by interviews that we had 9 people missing, and the assumption was those 9 people were in the house.
The list of the missing includes Papa Joe and Alice Ortega, their 2 sons and daughters-in-law, 2 of their own daughters, and 1 of their grandkids.
When we start thinking about, hey, we could potentially have up to 9 victims here, it is a gut punch. We enlisted the help of the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office. We called out our SORT team, which is a Special Operations Response Team, to go to the scene, including investigators, criminalists, photographers, pathologists, and forensic attendants. They gave up their Christmases also.
Before long, the team starts finding corpses.
The bodies are not identifiable at this time. We're going to need both medical x-rays and dental x-rays before we can make positive identification.
Almost all the bodies were completely charred and burned. It was quite horrific. We had to use dental charts for positive identification of each of them.
The fire claimed the lives of Papa Joe, his wife, and 7 others in their immediate family. It looks as though they were targeted. Who could have possibly wanted to massacre such a well-liked family? And was the shooter also responsible for the deadly fire that followed?
Bottom line is, if there's 1 victim or there's 9 victims, we still got to do the same job. We still owe them the same job.
The only Ortega sibling to survive the attack was Leticia, who's spending her Christmas morning at the hospital tending to her wounded daughter. Covina police need to talk with her as soon as they can.
There was a fear that we have a shooter loose in the area.
They have to track him down before he can strike again. That Christmas Day, even as Covina police are struggling to make sense of the horrific massacre of the Ortega family, over in the suburb of Sylmar, LAPD detectives are sitting down with Brad Pardo, whose brother was shot dead the previous night.
Brad describes him as very easygoing, fun-loving, active, friendly, that kind of thing.
Brad tells detectives he's
Hunter,
sure that his brother
Yes.
was murdered.
Down.
Across the street.
It is down.
He was always very light, very upbeat. He wasn't like moody or depressed or anything. He was always happy to see people.
Police start looking into Bruce Pardo's background and what happened to him.
Bruce's background, work-wise, was in computers. He had a bachelor's degree in computer science. He was a software guy. Worked for a couple of companies with some types of clearance on some government contracts.
One of the places that Bruce worked was at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. This is a NASA facility that sends most of the vehicles to space. This is somebody who has above normal intelligence.
4 years before Bruce was ready to settle down and start a family. That's when one of his co-workers introduced Bruce to a woman named Sylvia Ortiz.
Sylvia had been married prior to meeting Bruce, and she had just got out of that marriage and moved home to Covina.
The two felt an immediate connection. Bruce and Sylvia got married in 2005, and they, along with Sylvia's 3 children, moved into a modest home in the small town of Montrose.
First time I met Bruce was a month after he moved in. One of us said hello, met his family. They were very, very nice. We got along really, really well. He seemed to be a very loving and supportive father, and she was obviously a loving and caring mother. The kids were nice, well-behaved, and were wonderful kids.
Who could have possibly wanted to kill this smart, friendly, and family-loving man? His brother Brad has no idea, but he does know that something happened between Bruce and Sylvia earlier that year.
He got a pretty serious knee injury, had to have surgery, and it kind of curtailed all the activities that he liked to do. He started putting on weight. Sylvia said they just didn't get along, and it was like Bruce had changed, and just kind of more like a hermit, just staying at home, and on the weekends, no showers, saving clothes. And he just kind of went downhill and just never had a chance to recover. He wasn't the fun guy that she had met and dated, and he just changed personally, because she just didn't want to stay. She moved out in March. The divorce had been finalized on December 17th.
It seems an abrupt end to such a promising start. Must be more to the story. But what?
Hey, that's what happened.
What's the story behind this?
Could their recent divorce hold the clue as to why Bruce Pardo ended up dead on his brother's couch? As the LAPD detectives learn more about their shooting victim, Bruce Pardo, they make a startling discovery about his wife, Sylvia.
Prior to meeting Bruce, her last name was Ortiz. Her maiden name was Ortega.
Bruce's ex-wife was Sylvia Ortega, but Papa Joe and Alice Ortega's daughters. She was killed in the mass shooting and fire over in Covina last night. Now, Bruce Pardo is also dead. Was he targeted because of his connection to the Ortega family? Did the same shooter find him that same night?
They ended up running his name with the information provided by his brother, and so then LAPD gave us a call, and we started collaborating with him.
The tally of possible victims from Christmas Eve has grown to 10. Two murders appear to be connected. But how? And if it was the same Santa shooter, will he strike again?
Covina police start piecing it all together, and it leads them to discoveries that they never expected.
I guess I better do them clothes.
Daddy, did you get my surprise?
It's the little things that make life rich. Ritz.
At the dinner table, nobody talks about football. I like to teach them there's more important things in life. My name is Ted Gibb. I eat Stouffer's lasagna, and I hope to coach athletes into men. Stouffer's, what are you hoping?
There's only one National Orange Juice brand that only uses 100% American oranges. Simply Orange and Tropicana ship in juice from overseas. Only Florida's Natural grows all of our oranges in Florida. Great taste, naturally. Get up, get going. It's your best day ever because Ashley Home Store's Black Friday event is going on now. Get up to 50% off or choose 72 months no interest. And this week only, shop doorbusters you can't afford to miss. Right now at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
I take pictures of sunrises, but with my back pain, I couldn't sleep and get up in time. Then I found Aleve PM.
Aleve PM is the only one to combine a safe sleep aid plus the 12-hour pain-relieving strength of Aleve.
I'm back.
Aleve PM for a better AM.
Millions of us suffer from the symptoms of dry eye. TheraTear's unique electrolyte formula corrects the salt imbalance that causes dry eye, so your eyes will thank you. More than eye drops, dry eye therapy. TheraTears. At RxBar, we tell you what's on the inside, on the outside. A handful of these, some of this, a couple of those, and real ingredients like these. We wrap it all up like this. It's what you see, it's what you eat. And we have flavors like this, and this, and these. RxBar, real, delicious, no BS.
This is Charlie, and this is Charlie not
Dang
coughing
it.
because he took Delsum 12 hours. This is Charlie not coughing while trying his hardest not to make sips. This is Charlie not coughing while sitting very, very still, easy walking. And this is Charlie not coughing while getting a little too into this party. Because he took Delsum, the #1 12-hour cough medicine. Nothing lasts longer for powerful cough relief. Delsum, the joy of not coughing.
At Wonderfully.com, you can create the most incredible personalized books the world has ever seen. It works for any child, girl or boy. With a choice of brilliant stories, each one beautifully, wonderfully personalized. Create your personalized book at Wonderfully.com and we'll send it right to your home. For a holiday gift you'll never, ever forget. Create some wonder. Visit Wonderfully.com today.
Despicable Me 3 with an all-new mini movie on digital app on Blu-ray and DVD December 5th. Rated PG. On Christmas Day 2008, the Covina Police Department has two mysteries on their hands. Who was the man dressed as Santa who attacked the home of Joseph and Alice Ortega on Christmas Eve? And how might it be connected to the fatal shooting of their former son-in-law, Bruce Pardo, that same night?